Thanks for this. Ruined my holiday.
Hang on a moment.
Alright geezers, last honest man on this wretched fucking website, back with another terrific slop video. In today's Breaking Truths, a video essayist named Solarsands is GF hunting in his own comment section, low-key creepy, LMAO. Yeah, this is a geezer I'm actually somewhat acquainted with. For those unaware, this bloke, he basically made these sort of very lofty, heavy on the wankery, very heavy on the wankery video essays about art, more or less. And I, being a great connoisseur of art, of all forms and flavours, I was sort of a on and off again, sort of casual viewer of this guy. Somehow, I didn't see this. This went way over my head. But apparently he has been actively seeking a girlfriend in his comment sections, which is a little bit problematic, I'll be honest. Not for the reasons you would expect, dear viewer. This is not a moral obligation on my part. Frankly, I readily endorse this kind of behaviour. What is the point of fame, power, influence if you are not going to use those things? Right, this guy has, I believe, 1.4 million subscribers. Best believe, and make no mistake, dear viewer, if I had those kind of numbers, I'd be pulling a Oliver Cromwell. I'd be taking Parliament by force. I'd be putting David Cameron in a cage on live TV. I'd go a little bit megalomaniac. I'd go auto-cretin. So this is very tame by my standards, frankly. He's got over 1 million adoring fans and he's trying to get some clunge. I see no issue with that. Now, of course, some whingy fucking hemorrhoids on the internet will complain and shit and piss all over themselves. It's abusing power dynamics. Power dynamics are meant to be abused. Okay, you need to accept that. There are always going to be power imbalances in any relationship. That is the capitalist world we live in. Thank you for playing. So I've got no issue whatsoever with this guy trying to get some female attention with his giant F-off platform. It's the optics though. I've got real issues with the way he's doing it. I mean, hitting up your subscribers in your comment section is a level of unemployed I didn't think possible. And this guy isn't even unemployed. This guy is gainfully employed on this wretched fucking website. So this is an achievement. I volunteer as GF and there's some sort of yellow face next to it. I don't know what that adds to the statement. Real? Question mark? Very real. Do you have any other socials? Yeah, he's been doing this. He's done this multiple times now. He's asking for emails and social media accounts of the various, I can only assume, women of age he's hitting up. Although, how does he know? You know what I mean? There's a good chance he has solicited at least one minor at this point, because how else are you to know? And he's been successful. On numerous accounts, he has successfully obtained some of his viewers' social media handles and various links. And good on him, you know. Again, I have no issue with it from a moral standpoint. Frankly, I don't think he's going far enough with his platform. That being said, however, this is not a good look, right? Like, surely this bloke goes to, I don't know, conventions, right? Surely you could meet nubile fans there. You don't need to prey on them in the comment sections of your own fucking videos. So, yeah, I'll probably name this video something pithy, something along the lines of Solar Sands is looking for a boyfriend-free girl, something very comical.
But I desire to not hear you say,
I have a boyfriend.
What do you think about this? Do comment below. I liked this guy. I still do like this guy, I guess. I couldn't name a single video he's done, but I do remember watching some of his videos. It's the sort of content you'd put on in the background. It's very wallpaper. You know, you put it on in the background, you're not really paying attention. Maybe it's something you're eating to, right? People need a video to have on in the background because we're basically guinea pigs in a fucking wheel. We need constant stimulation now. We're basically hooked up to an IV, and it's just liquid dopamine coursing through our veins. Beep, beep, beep. That is the world today, right? You can't just eat in silence. You can't have a moment of quiet. You know, you can't reflect. You can't really sit with your thoughts and think about your life. You need constant, like, spinning JPEGs and jingling of car keys and flashing lights, hitting all the right places in your fucking dopamine receptors because they're fried to the core. It's going to be one of those. Click off now, mate. Just click off. It's not too late. I won't take it personally. Just walk away now. I'm single and have lots of great books.
Do you have any other socials?
At times like this, I wish I did. And that wasn't enough.
Email?
Yeah, he's asked that question multiple times. Do you have any other socials? It's not the smoothest pickup line, to be honest with you, but it seems to be effective. So, yeah, comment below. What do you think about that? Do like/dislike, comment and subscribe, or you're a child molester. In other truths, inside the New York town invaded by, oh, for fuck's sake, welfare-addicted Jews, ... This is from Tyler Oliveira. 2 million views in 3 days. And it's a 40-minute video. Yeah, this AI slop thumbnail should have given it away. This is what this guy does. He did it quite recently. I covered it with the Indian shit flinging contest. I rather brilliantly illustrated the parallels to America's very own shit flinging contests, and they have multiple of them. But yeah, I didn't watch this video. You couldn't pay me to watch this video. I'm quite impartial to New York Jews, frankly. They're probably my favourite genre of the Jewish diaspora, if I had to pick one. I got in trouble on the previous channel for correctly pointing out that New York City alone has given more Jewish culture to the world than all of Israel combined. For whatever reason, people really didn't like me saying that, but it's the truth. Name me a band from Israel as culturally important as the Ramones. I will wait. But what do you think about that? Do comment below. Give me some yummy engagement. And what do you think about the Ramones? Were they the first punk band? No, they weren't. But it's fun to think about, innit? Who were the first punk band? It was the Kinks, by the way. Just so we're clear, it was the Kinks. In other truths, Larry Ellison quietly renames yacht after critics point out it spells I'm a Nazi backwards. Evidently, Hitler McHitlerface was taken. Yeah, he's since changed the boat's name to the SS Tunuk Tanag, which is, in my humble opinion, far more fitting. Larry Ellison, putting aside the fact he's a bloodthirsty Zionist, isn't this the pod people, man? I swear this is the bloke that wants everyone hanging upside down in a pod, right? With a state-authorised haircut, bopping to dopamine-appropriate, state-authorised vibrations, living off of fucking Huel sachets, right? Isn't that this bloke? I swear that's Larry Ellison. Who am I thinking of? Oh, God, who's the absolute psychopath? Not Sam Altman. The Palantir guy. Peter Thiel, I believe. Thiel? Peter Thiel? Him. I think he's the pod people person. Oracle billionaire Larry Ellison has cultivated a reputation for luxury that matches his immense fortune, comma. I agree with that entirely, to be clear. I've long bemoaned billionaires not acting like their status, you know, not giving Rockefeller, right? That's my biggest issue with billionaires today. They don't give Rockefeller. They don't give Rothschild. And I'm not saying Larry Ellison does. I don't think he does. I think he's very much in the brand of Team U billionaires, along with Musk and Donald Trump and various other miscreants. But I like the aspiration. That's what I like, dear viewer. I like an aspirational billionaire, okay? Yeah, absolutely. You know, if I was a billionaire, oh, dear viewer, this episode's on the hypotheticals of life. If I had 1 million viewers, we already have an answer there. I'd be doing some sort of Napoleon shit. I'd be going real fucking Caesar. I'd be taking over a small island or something. I'd be taking the Chagos Islands for myself, frankly, at that rate. But no, if I was a billionaire, I'd have these large, oppressive, very sort of architecturally fascist buildings. Cold, impersonal. And they evoke control and power. Sort of like V for Vendetta shit, yeah? What was it? Nordfire? Nordflare? I swear Nordflare is a VPN, right? That kind of shit. Real cold, almost like cathedrals to my internal hollowness. Yeah, it'll be real deep. It'll be real romantic. A romantic billionaire. I think that's what this moment calls for more than anything. In other truths, oh, for fuck's sake. Right, Nick Fuentes and various other lovable characters, colourful characters, one could say. They formed some new league. I believe they're going by the Sex Avengers. And they had one of the saddest parties, one of the most giving vaginal, giving kissless parties I've ever witnessed with my own naked eyes. It was sad, frankly. They were singing along to the Kanye West Hitler theme tune, I think 5 times in a row. The DJ actually ended up getting banned. I think the DJ lost their job because of this. They played the same Hail Hitler song 5 times in a row, possibly more actually. And it was so forced. It kind of reminded me of when the Queen died and Hassan acted really happy about it, like really happy about it, and it all felt very performative. This is more or less the reverse. It's sad, frankly. I do pity these individuals, but at the Sex Avengers there are a colourful array of characters. By day he LARPs as a white supremacist on the internet. By night he's a little gay Mexican meeting with catboy prostitutes. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Closet Case. What do you think about this? Yeah, again, my issue with them is never moral. I don't care for morals. If you want people morally gesticulating, you've got literally every person on the internet for that. I'm about optics. I'm about the vibe of the thing. And all of these people are very anti-charismatic. And I can't respect vibeless individuals. By all means, be a Nazi. By all means, be a cuckold in the corner of the room. Yeah, defending, what was it? Defending Cuties, that film. Getting into an online debate with Charlie White about the age of consent. By all means, that is your right. But do it in a charismatic way, at least. Please, lads. In other truths, Europeans set to launch an alternative to X. It's called W. Great, brilliant. I do in principle, support this. Europe desperately needs to become less reliant on the United States. The United States is a rogue entity. I've said it once, I've said it many times, as a matter of fact. The United States should not exist. We should have never let them off the fucking leash, because look at what they're doing. You know, the rabid dog is eating the children's faces, and we are powerless to stop such a rabid animal. So we watch on in horror from the sidelines. That's more or less Europe in the 21st century context, and I do not admire that position we're in. So brilliant. W. Is that short for Witter, perhaps? Why didn't they call it Z?
Alright, geezers, yeah, I have to agree with me here. www.w.com is frankly stupid, and you wonder why America is eating our lunch. Shape up, Europe.
Z.com. Because if you pronounce it Z, and you're very vocal about the fact it's pronounced Z, it could be like a sort of, you know, it's an act of defiance. No, it's not Z, it's Z. Yeah? Richard Branson should launch a British alternative to X and call it Z.com. See? Imagine if I was a billionaire. I'd get us out of this mess. No, of course not. We've got a series of Temu billionaires spray painting everything gold and raping children. Brilliant. I wouldn't do that. I'd take advantage of my immense power, but I wouldn't do that. So, vote for me. Yeah, king of the world. In other truths, cow. I fucking hate this one. This one's awful. Comment below. How would you rate this episode, and why? Cow astonishes scientists with rare use of tools. Or in some hysterical headline, cows leave scientists utterly amazed. What do you think about that? Do comment below. And finally, a return of the smash hit segment, Minority of the Week. Who is today's Minority of the Week? Well, I'll tell you. It's Uncle Naz at Hotspot. He's absolutely smashed it with his 20p chips full stop. If you've not heard, Uncle Naz owns a chippy in Billesley called Hotspot. He has been smashing it on socials and has shaped recent Birmingham TikTok fast food culture, in all honesty, full stop. His shtick is reminiscing about the quote, good old days, comma. One point being about 20p chips, full stop. Very smart and takes a lot of racism in the comment. Just a nice story, because he recently had a 20p chips day, which looked great. Shout out to Big Man Uncle Naz. He is our Minority of the Week. Lots of love to him. That's what we need more of, really, innit? That's what we need more of. 20p chips. Yeah? Where's Starmer on the issue of 20p fucking chips? You know what I mean? And if you've got a nasty nicotine habit, you have no choice but to go to Foom. Today's video is sponsored by Fum. Now, Foom aren't like other vapes for one all-important reason. Yeah, that's been another, frankly, dreadful episode of the show. And what a duff note to end it on, because I'm actually going to be out of action. I'm going to be a little bit Mia over the next week. I'll be ever so busy with very important business meetings. I've got some deals to iron out with Mr. Yagasaki and co. So I won't be as frequent, much like a bowel movement. I won't be as regular in the coming week. So this is what I'm going to leave you on for about a week maybe. So, I love you. God bless yourself. And why was I in such a terrible mood this episode? Really, do comment below. Psychoanalyze me. What's going on? Is it the absolute desert that is this channel? Or is it something underneath the surface? I love you. God bless yourself. And I'm sorry you had to hear it from me.